God first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell.
And I'm Sheila Campbell.
And this is your morning drive with the driver's side. Good morning, beautiful. Are you ready or what? Dude, you're over there cleaning glass? Come on, dude. The show has no importance at all. I'm just going to sit here and clean my glasses. Well, obviously, it's taking time for the show to get out this morning anyway.
Well, and if the show does have importance, that's why I'm cleaning them. Because normally, I'll sit in front of the computer and they're all gooped out.
You pretty much don't care about that, do you?
No.
Well, we got a good show this morning. We got a lot of information to put out. Oh my God, I don't even know where to start. In all honesty, after all the crap that I've been going through and the stuff that I'm finding out, between who watches us and who doesn't.
Yeah, well, that happens. Yeah.
Well, anyways, I wanted to say this morning, I wanted to mention Charles Bunny. He's on his way to Nashville. Be careful, brother.
Be careful, for sure.
And get home safely. Can't wait for you to get back home. But the other thing that I'm excited about and why this builds up, and everybody already knows where we're heading, right? Right, Sheila? Where are we heading?
To Wildwood, Florida.
Right. Chrome Shop 75. Yeah. We're heading to the Roadworks and Chrome Shop 75 are doing a trucking show in April at Chrome Shop 75 that we are going to April 23rd, 24th, and 25th with SPB Trucking and all them. So I'm looking forward to all that.
I am too.
Can't wait to see Gary and them. He's got something new coming.
Yeah.
He said we're gonna be out there in full swing. So I can't wait for that. What else?
I'm looking forward to it just because of the warmer weather. I lived in Las Vegas for over 20 years. And although it is snowing there right now, or it was yesterday, generally the weather is pretty good, even in the wintertime. So I'm looking forward just to go down to Florida because it is cold here.
Suck it up, Buttercup. You'll be fine. I need a haircut.
What?
I'm just noticing that. You're worried about being cold. I need a haircut. But I also wanted to say our condolences to Tamara Long.
Yes.
Tamara Long, her grandmother has passed recently, and we're sorry to hear that, and you're in our thoughts and prayers. So
absolutely,
try to keep your head up as things go on and stuff like that.
I know. It was like when I lost my grandmother, as well as you do too, and it's never easy, especially grandmas, because grandmas are known for spoiling you and being there. They're like the second mom, but sometimes it's just better. Just saying, my grandma, not that my grandma was better than my mom, but my grandma spoiled us. Our grandma was good to us. So I know what that's like.
I'll say this. It's a tough time. A lot of things are changing in the world. The one thing I did notice though, in the trucking industry, because we got trucking news and all that this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you got some good stuff up there, some positive stuff.
I try to. Yeah, I've been really, really this week. I've been trying to find just the things that are positive. Sometimes the stories may not seem like that way. Like yesterday, we had the procession that, although we lost a brother, that procession that happened yesterday was just awesome. Awesome.
Well, and due to the pandemic, a lot of things have shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Even schools, trucking schools.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like they're back in full swing, Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, recruiting is at its highest.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't understand why. Well, that I kind of do, because during times like this, like in 2008, 2009, the economy everything shut down. The trucking industry was flooded.
Right.
All right. But this time, trucking schools even got shut down.
Yeah.
But now they've adjusted, reopened, and they are in full swing.
Right.
Which I'm kind of confused about, with all this driverless stuff being talked about. If all this driverless stuff's being talked about, why is all this recruiting being done?
Well, because until that comes out, I mean, you still need drivers right now. And when the school shut down, they didn't have that amount of those people who were being recruited and put in there during those months that those schools were shut down. So you figure that that's hundreds or thousands of people who were not being turned out into the industry. Now, how many of those thousands that would normally be turned out that actually stayed is another story. But so there's still a makeup. And until that time comes when they're implemented, you still have to fill those seats.
Well, I know that there's companies that this year, recruiting companies alone, have made some major, they haven't made major advancements, but they've got major investors behind them. I know one company alone jumped up $10 million just during a pandemic. A recruiting company, that's all they do is recruiting. I'll talk about more of that later. I'm not going to mention them today because they were on our feed yesterday.
Right.
And they revenued $24 million last year. And I'm not going to call them out. I'll talk about that with a panelist of drivers and about recruiting and about how big of a market that is, because there's faces attached to it that I know. To that company. That company only has 122 employees and made $24 million. And a big investment was done this past year during the pandemic.
Right. It was saying that they jumped up in a year's time by like $15 million in a year, which is a huge increase.
Well, and I don't understand that, because during a pandemic, I'm going to play this video. They're saying that with all this buzz going around, with driverless trucks and this and that. Well, it seems like they do have a plan for that, though. I'm going to play a 2-minute video and we'll be right back.
An overarching system completely digitized and automated that will manage supply chains in the future. Here's how it would work. In a fully automated end-to-end supply chain, a product on an assembly line would be built with a digital capability to send a signal and book transport for its delivery when it was close to being completed. It would already know the address of the customer it was being shipped to. The freight matching system would send a signal from the package looking for available capacity on the road at that time and which trucks were going in the right direction. At the same time, technology within the trucks and trailers would automatically communicate their used and available load capacity and vehicle trajectory. Still in the factory, the smart product would get back a list of available options and use the algorithm it was programmed with to pick the best one. Once delivered to the loading bay of the factory, it would be picked up by a robot and loaded onto the right truck, which would then drive itself to a distribution hub and use a global positioning system to find the right delivery bay. There, a robot would unload it and take it to the electric vehicle, which would deliver it the short distance to the customer at a pre-agreed time and location. Add all of this up, and we estimate that logistics costs could be almost halved from where they are currently by the year 2030. By far the biggest factor delivering those cost savings, about 80% of the total, will be a reduction in the labor required. In addition, we think that delivery lead times will fall by 40%, and trucks will be in use for 78% of the time rather than 29% now. This has huge implications for truck makers and the companies that buy their products. To stay competitive, truck makers will need to start producing mostly automated vehicles, making software much more important. The relevance of cab interiors and their design appeal to drivers will fall away. Cabless automated trucks effectively become platforms for the technology which they're...
Well, it looks like Trucker Wayne's in trouble.
Trucker Wayne with Driver Solutions.
I hope he has a solution for that, because that's some major stuff.
Well, yeah, his solution is that they're going to go and recruit as many as they can before that happens.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're a recruiting company. Oh, man, I wonder how much they made last year.
And a job placement.
But my point being, where are they going to place these people in a few years, Sheila? The way things are heading, where are they going to place these people?
Well, they're going to start off. It's not going to be something that happens overnight. And you know that as well as I do. So they're going to integrate it slowly. Like we saw that Walmart is going to be having the delivery vans.
Correct.
They started in one place and now they're going on into Louisiana. So it's not going to be something that happens overnight. And even then, you're still going to have, just like with out there, Too Simple out there, that they're doing all their testing right now. They still have the safety drivers behind the wheel. So I think that as it goes along, it's going to be steps, little steps as it goes along. It's not going to be one great big. I think that the push for it is definitely moving faster because we're hearing more and more of that, of who's jumping on board, who's getting involved. There's major companies that are investing.
Major growth.
This. Right.
Just in every aspect.
Right. And a lot of them predicting, that they're going to have it out by 23, some by the end of this year, some 23, some 24. So we are talking within the next few years, but I don't think it's going to be fully autonomous, like what they're hoping. I still think that that's a few years
That's
away.
2030 that they're talking about actually in that video to be into that system, that blueprint. But let's talk a little more about that later on in the show. Let's get to our good mornings. I totally blew it.
Yeah.
I totally blew it. I was not supposed to play that video until after good mornings.
Mm-hmm.
So good morning, and I'm sorry.
And that leads me to that when we get into talking about other stuff later, I'm actually going to talk about some things that happened yesterday, because when he does that, it's hard for me to follow. I have notes and notes and notes. Okay. And so we go over kind of a flow, and Yippee Skippy over here wants to go ahead and just get into this stuff. All right. And then I'm like,
I saw that yesterday. When I rewatched the show.
Yeah. Let's say our good mornings and say hi to everyone.
First, let me apologize for yesterday, man. It looked like, okay, sometimes you look so uncomfortable on camera.
I am.
It's like, oh my God, am I abusing?
No.
But little do people know I get my ass handed to me after these shows.
There's reasons for it.
Right. So
no,
good morning.
I didn't actually hand my. I didn't.
So get to good mornings.
Yeah.
Oh boy, these poor people. My God, I don't know what to say here. All right, let's get to your good morning. I gotta go to good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, John Freeze, Justin Williams. What are you doing? Where are you at? You in a Camaro? You in a truck? What are you in, brother? I know he was with Kelly Shane yesterday. Good morning, Shannon, Becky Underwood, Gary, the one addicted to the driver's side. Oh, wait, look, Colleen's here today.
Morning, Colleen.
How's that pretty new truck there, Colleen? Colleen's got a pretty new truck.
And she's heading into orientation.
No, I think is she done with orientation?
She says right there, got to head into orientation.
Oh, have fun at orientation. Okay, Justin Daniel, good morning, sir. Kelly Shane Richardson, good morning, sir. Sonny, how are you, sir?
Sonny.
Phil, Amigo, Tristan, Ron Purnell, good morning. Justin Williams, we already got you. We already got
Becky.
Phil. We need early. How about Mark Estep?
Good morning, Mark.
All right, Chad Rooster, Jim Bailey,
Rooster, cluck, cluck.
Alan Jones. Alan Jones, he ain't going nowhere. That's a never mind.
Alan Jones reminds me of a singer's name.
Okay.
It just does.
Okay,
doesn't it sound like an Alan Jones?
He's a truck driver.
I know, but
maybe he's a singing truck driver. I don't know.
But it sounds like a singer name, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Alan Jones. I don't know. It's a
one of
very
those smooth flowing names. Alan Jones.
Yeah, it's quite hard hitting there, Alan Jones. Wayne, how are you? Good morning. Glenn Calais, Senior, how are you? Wayne, another Wayne. Oh, no, that's the same Wayne. Are you trucker, Wayne? Darren, good morning, sir. Blake Shipdale. Jerry, good morning. All right. Wait, Colleen's still here. Nope. One more day of orientation. And a little red wagon is pretty. I know I don't have a picture of it. I should have put a picture up.
She's got a bunch of pictures I saw of that one, and I agree with you that yes, that red truck does look sexy in the snow. So go ahead and say it, because it is.
Joseph Woods, Dave Newland, Renee Scott, all right, Karen Granger, Christy Richardson, good morning. Joseph says, first, they don't even have automatic delivery trucks for UPS or FedEx. And second, they are not going to be able to deliver certain materials that way. Yeah, there's I like specialized, heavy haulers, stuff like that. You're going for mainstream. They're at UPS. Oh, they're at UPS. I promise you that. Yeah. They're at UPS. They're at all these major They actually have yard dogs now. They actually have yard dogs, which I'll show you a clip here in a minute, that are being done out at places. The mainstream of trucking, people like this that are like, okay, it's like this dude right here is definitely needs to worry about his job.
This is Trucker Wayne with Driver
Solutions. They need to worry about their business. Okay. Even though they do. That's PAM Logistics. They're going to buy autonomous trucks. They're recruiting like crazy right now.
Right.
Driver Solutions is technically PAM Logistics. They're partnered with PAM Logistics.
Right.
Pam Transport, not Pam Logistics, but Pam Transport. It's public information.
Right.
Okay.
And it may be that
they made $24 million last year. Okay. I said I wasn't going to say it, but that company with this dude.
Trucker Wayne with Driver Solutions.
That company made $24 million last year, Sheila.
Correct. But now remember,
what?
It wasn't just Trucker Wayne or any of the rest of them
that
specifically did that. It took the whole company. And
how many employees did it make to take? Okay, so here's my question. We looked into this company. How many employees did it take to make $24 million last year?
Well, at that time that we saw that was 122 employees.
That's it. Only 122 employees. Mm-hmm. And what do? They're a recruiting company.
Right. They place them in schools and jobs.
So just placing truck drivers into schools and jobs made them $24 million. So 122 people were able to make $24 million. And they had a big investment last year during a pandemic of $10 million. Man, imagine those paychecks going around that company. God, Trucker Wayne, what do you do? Oh, I know what you're doing, Trucker Wayne. There's quite a few, like Trucker Chad. There's quite a few of them. But there's only a few faces to that company that we've looked into and we've got the public record. Right. You know, it's Better Business Bureaus. They're making money hand over fist.
Right. And here's the thing on that I think that we need to stop and clarify and to understand and say is that, okay, it's not a bad thing to recruit for schools or for places of employment. Okay. It's not a bad thing as far as that. Okay. As long as that they're good quality safety teaching schools. Well, okay. That they're not shoving them through in like 2 weeks and they're not getting the proper training that they need as far as school goes. And as long as that they're great, good companies that treat you drivers right and have you in mind, that are not just those mills, that you guys are just numbers. So that's where I want to stop and clarify on that. Okay. Is that there's nothing wrong with doing the recruiting or placing someone. I mean, for
the right reasons. Yeah.
Correct. We haven't made anything on it. And that was one of the reasons. And I want to clarify on that because that was one of the reasons is that we could, what you call sell out.
Ooh, okay. There you go. Okay, get that part right there.
Be recruiters and job placers for these big companies. We have chosen not to do that. And the reason is it goes against our values and our beliefs of what's better for new drivers, would-be new drivers coming into the industry, or for you drivers who are already out there. That's us. That's our opinion. So that's all. I just wanted to clarify.
Well, you said that selling out. Okay. And holding in for me, it doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm here to help educate, entertain, or show. Okay. I'm not going to sell out to put people in seats. I'll do that out of the kindness of my heart because a driver, oh dude, I'm not happy where I'm at, or I'm just looking to expand my horizons. Hey dude, talk to this driver right here. Hey, what? You need a driver? Talk to this guy.
Right.
That's how recruiting is supposed to be done in trucking. It's not supposed to be done. It's not. It's just not. This is not how you.
Trucker Wayne with Driver.
Okay, but that has been going on for years, and I'm not saying it's right. I think that the system of it needs to change, and I think those schools need to change.
Okay, so here's my question then.
Mm-hmm.
Are those schools part of the reason why autonomy is coming?
Well, of the quality that they're putting out, because if they're not properly training for safety, then yes, that would lead to unsafe drivers. Money is also involved as far as autonomous. We know that. But of course, because right now they're looking at all the accidents and everything that go on and the lack of training. So part of that has to do also with the government. We also know that, they got pushed back the safety regulations till next year as far as that, which shouldn't have happened. That should be at the forefront. So yes, in part, those types of schools are contributing to it.
So then my question to the audience this morning, as I go back to the comments here in a second, because we are on a 30-40 second delay. So in the comments, is safety where it should be in trucking? Are these recruiting companies like Driver Solutions, for instance, that made $24 million last year, Did that help the industry? Companies like that push them through like PAM Transport, which also has the lease purchase program, which also has camera facing technology. So, well, maybe they are safer. Maybe they are a good company. But I know that Trucker Wayne was talking about people jumping ship and this and that. No, just to stay tuned or stay hang in there.
Right. He was talking about the bolting.
The bolting.
So hold on, in case you were thinking about bolting.
So
my question, remember I said to you my question was, well, why are these drivers thinking about bolting? What's going on with that company? And I think that goes along with a lot of the mega carriers, though, that you get treated like a number, okay? And they don't really know you. They are strictly out for business, which I get, okay? It's all about business in their pocket. However, there could be ways of them doing it without treating the drivers the way that most of them do.
Okay, here's what concerned me about this whole thing, Sheila. You want to know the truth? Is okay. So, for instance, for the right reasons, how we value ourselves here on the driver's side, and the drivers that are on the driver's side, and the audience that watches the driver's side. It's an old school valued audience.
Right.
That's who we are.
Right.
Why is companies like Driver Solutions watching this show?
Because you're talking about them.
They didn't know I was going to talk about them. I didn't tell nobody I was going to talk about Driver Solutions yesterday.
Well.
So how did they, because they literally, that company that made $24 million yesterday, their watermark was on my comments yesterday, or on our comments, all of ours. So my question is.
And it said their name.
And it said Driver Solutions, correct.
Right.
My point is, how did they know? What technology are they using to get these drivers? Why are they over here?
Well, either someone who watches our show, got notified of it, and possibly either works from or knows someone who works from, was notified and informed them that they were being talked
Correct. And well, we're a trucking show.
Mm-hmm.
We're about the truckers. We have drivers, right? Because they know the value within this audience. That's why they're here. They know exactly what's going on. My point is they're leeching. Okay. The point is they made $24 million. We don't sell out. So why is this page having so much trouble? Because I know the technology that company uses, it what is that stuff? What is that called? The SVK? SVK for Facebook? SDK?
Yeah.
That does what? Creates algorithms or reads behaviors of people, creates app information. What does it do?
Yeah, it's a way of creating the apps and monitoring. So basically it conforms and speaks to the apps within Facebook. So you can create stuff for the apps
to target
your apps to configure correctly with Facebook
to target them.
Their configuration. Well, I don't know what apps they have, so you're not going to get me to say yes, I agree with you when I don't know. Okay, so stop trying to lead me in that direction because I don't know what they use it for.
We're going to talk about more today in the show, right?
Okay. And there, I just stood up. Okay, but there normally is why you guys see me. That I'm kind of taken aback and like, oh,
dude, you were not supposed to do this.
Where is he going? What is he doing? And then I start flipping through my notes. How am I going to fit my stuff in there? Because I'm not sure where he's going with this. I'm not being abused, you guys. Okay, and I'm not afraid or fearful. It's me trying to figure out where he's going with some of this stuff. Sometimes I don't even know what videos or photos he loads up. Okay, so yesterday was a huge surprise for me. And like I said, I had notes and notes and notes going on. So I was like, oh crap, how am I going to figure this out? Where am I going with this? And then he puts me on the spot. Talk. What do you think? What do you think? And I'm like, okay. And first of all, me, I am way different than little Mr. Rogue. Okay, that's not me nor my style. Okay, I am the laid back one. I think that things can be talked about without coming in a certain manner and done in a more professional, manner. Period. So I get stumped, and then when he wants me to jump on that bandwagon with them, and then he calls me that he tells me later after.
Stop protecting him.
Yeah, he tells me I'm a puss and I'm too soft and I'm protecting everybody. Blah, and this is why this is happening. And I'm like, no, there's ways to go around it. So now you guys have some tidbit of information of what some of my looks are about when I'm sitting there staring at them. Sometimes they're daggers that I'm thinking that I'm going to beat you right now. I just want to slap you. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. When you see those looks, I'm trying to control myself. I'm just like pushing them and stop it. So anyways, yes, so you're not going to get me to say some of the things. Okay. Do I think we all agree that a lot of these, the way these mega carriers are just wrong. Okay. Which makes that, and we all know that a lot of the schools are just not safe. Okay. They are not training properly. So therein lies the problem of recruiting for it, because they recruit for these schools, okay, who aren't training properly, who are now putting them out onto the road within a couple of weeks. Wrong, okay, with trainers who are brand new themselves within a couple of months, okay, for carriers who don't give one rat's ass about any of their drivers, okay, maybe two. Let's give maybe 2 or 3, but for the majority, it's strictly business and business only. They don't care what your name is, what your family, they don't care. There lies the problem. That needs to stop.
Well,
okay?
and I agree, Sheila, and it sucks because in the truck industry, even if you Google it, 92% truck driver turnover rates are still lower than the average of 2019, which means it was higher last year. What I'm trying to say is these drivers, like Mel Southern Gent, okay, Tammy Sue, okay. I know Tammy Sue went through Warner.
Right.
Okay, but she has her own company now.
Right.
But it makes it harder for those drivers
right.
that are in these, that come into this industry and want to be a truck driver and want to live the lifestyle within that career.
Right.
But they get lumped into these schools and they're forced into these avenues. That just doesn't benefit them. It makes it harder for them to be successful within their career. But who said anything's easy in life? Okay. Right. But the thing is I think there's the biggest problem is the super scam of trucking. But I think at this moment,
right,
companies like Driver Solutions are scrambling because it's coming. It's coming. The big shift is here. Okay, they're recruiting in masses right now because they don't know what's coming, because that driver shortage, that quality driver shortage is plaguing this industry. It really is. It really is. I mean, they're on it, Sheila. They are on it because look.
Well, I think there's other reasons as far as that too. Like we said, with the pandemic, a lot of people are out of work. Okay. And the trucking industry is one of the only ones that is still, for the majority in most sectors, is thriving. You guys saw this in 2008. Okay. So I think it's kind of easy. And with the schools being backed up, I think there's a lot of people who are waiting to get in to find a different career that they feel is more stable right now, whether that's for 5 years, 10 years, however long until this. They're not looking at all the stuff that's coming right now. They just need a job right now. So I think that it's probably a little easier for them right now to recruit in the masses, that basically they're just kind of hand over fist with it. I don't think they really have to really try that hard.
And no, I wasn't saying that you went through a big mega. I know you've been a driver for 25 years. They maybe said it wrong. But I think Tammy Sue was at Warner.
Right.
Okay. I went through England, dude.
Right.
I've been a driver. Please.
Now, here's the difference with you that I know of, and probably for a lot of our drivers that are on here. You went through CR England, but you also had already a trucking background.
I had a transportation background.
Right.
My dad was a transportation coordinator for the studios, a driver from when I was a kid, and then became a coordinator within unions, all that. Point being is...
So you're somewhat.
What I'm saying is the way things are headed, like you said, with the pandemic, all this crap that's going on, there's a big shift going. Right. Okay, so with all this recruiting that's going on right now, because I mean, my news feed is just flooded with recruiting, and companies, and all these faces that I find that I follow the money and I put the trail together, and they're all recruiters, right? So you have this company out here that's only got 120 something employees, 122 employees, but they got certain faces over on YouTube, Facebook, here and there, and then you go look at their revenue is $24 million. And then on top of that, that bump in just recent events during a pandemic.
Right. Well, yeah, the end of 19 through 20. Right.
Through 20, so you get a $10 million bump.
Right. There's
revenue. Something's going on. There's a shift. You guys drop it in your comments. We're going to take a quick break, or drop whatever you want in the comments. We got to take a break. And I chose something to reflect on what we're talking about. We'll be right back.
The people that benefit the most from automation are people that have IT skills. In the post-pandemic world, If you don't have some IT skills, you're at greater risk of being disrupted and having your wages fall relative to other people.
Both the Trump administration and the Biden campaign had proposals to advance job gains for workers that have become affected at least in part by automation.
Whether your predictions are true about automation and self-driving trucks, these folks aren't stupid.
They're not stupid. Right. Like you said, you're so funny. I'm not stupid either, am I? I got it in.
He finds a way of getting his stuff in. Yeah, you find a way.
It's called manipulation, Sheila. It's called manipulation. And the thing was, is one thing I noticed there, that he said Trump and Biden.
Right.
Okay, so this is not about politics. Okay, this is about the future of us, of the people. Okay, in the end.
Mm-hmm.
In the end. He said, they say in the beginning of that right there. And you see the little ice chest going through that screen?
Yeah.
That's autonomy. Okay, it's not just with trucking.
Right.
It's across the board.
Right.
I mean, we see you go to Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
there's automated bartenders now.
Right.
Now all the machines are going automated.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting rid of dealers. You're getting rid of blackjack dealers. You're getting rid of bartenders. You're wiping off the map. It's like, holy crap.
Well, what did he say? If you don't have the IT education
Prior to this,
that it's really going to affect a lot of those who earn a lesser wage. The lesser wages jobs are going away.
Well, okay, so the trucking industry is not playing around. Okay, this is let's go to one more. It's in the minute. Which one is? I hopefully I'm right, and it's this one. It is.
The Denver area autonomous vehicle startup made its public debut this week with a more than $50 million fundraising haul and the announcement of pilot projects at several large companies. Outrider says it offers first-of-its-kind technology to help automate the distribution yards of large companies. A video issued by the company shows driverless cabs maneuvering containers at loading docks as an employee monitors the operation from a computer. Although distribution yards offer the kind of confined, repetitive environment that could make it perfect for autonomous technologies, Outrider officials noted they can also be complicated and chaotic, with human workers still performing many different tasks. In addition to moving containers around a yard, Outrider's autonomous electric cabs, according to the company, can also hitch and unhitch trailers and connect and disconnect their brake lines. Officials also said its system integrates with supply chain software already in use by large companies. Outrider is conducting tests at 4 unnamed Fortune 200 companies and at paper goods giant Georgia Pacific. The company's fundraising campaign, meanwhile, took in $53 million from numerous venture capital firms, as well as logistics giant Prologis and the venture arm of Koch Industries, Georgia Pacific's parent company. Ultimately, Outrider executives hope to establish logistics hubs that are safer, more efficient, and more sustainable. Founder Andrew Smith set a goal of rapidly retiring the more than 50,000 yard trucks in the U.S. that run on diesel fuel.
In the midst of a pandemic, because that was only a month ago or 11 months ago. We've been in the pandemic for a year.
Right.
Okay, so what's going on, She? Seriously, baby. I mean, are we heading towards robotics completely in a nutshell?
Yeah, we've known that. We've known that. We watch the Jetsons and we're giving them the Jetsons. Okay. And it's how part of our generation and the younger generations, who are behind us, that's how they're taught. That's how they're learning. That's what they're used to. Then that's what they've grown up with. And, for a lot of things, some technology is not bad. It's about adapting. I'm sure that our forefathers went through a lot of the same feelings and heartaches and concerns that we have now. When all the technology first started coming out with them, whether it was the television or the car or the, light bulb or whatever it was. Okay. Microwave. There's all kinds of things that
ATM.
Right.
But
right. There's all kinds of things that have come out and they keep advancing. You're not going to stop the advancement. It's about adapting to it and how fast that they're going to push it on us.
Correct. Right? And that's why Wayne's
who's
going
to be affected by it in a positive and who's being affected by it in a negative way.
And let's address it. Correct.
Right.
And that's why Wayne is no longer a driver. Wayne is a broadcaster in the trucking industry that does a show around trucking with his beautiful wife. And if you want to call me a scammer, that's fine. But you might want to look at your industry.
This is Trucker Wayne with Driver Solutions.
Remember, I'm playing with a company that made $24 million last year. that was on our feed yesterday. You want to talk about scamming? Well, you might want to look around, Don, or whose payroll are you on? That's what I'm not going to play with, is people to sit here when you insult me on this show, you insult my wife. Keep it up, because I will just bring truth after truth after truth after truth, because there's one thing that's not on your side. That's Fox.
That we've seen that there is a trucker shortage, a shortage of truck drivers. I think it's because it's hard to find people who have a clean license, you know, drinking and smoking dope and all the rest of it. Am I right?
I don't know. Ask Trucker Wayne.
Trucker Wayne with.
Because don't play with me. You can call me a scammer if you want. The one thing we are is the truth within trucking.
What are you scamming on, though?
I don't know. I would like to know, because I want to know how much I'm making. I'm screwed. Because I'm the worst scammer of all time. Point being is I'm okay with that. If you want to call me a scammer, Don, that's fine. But Trucker Wayne, Trucker Chad, Trucker G, all of them work for a company that made $24 million off of placing drivers in seats in today's industry. And from what I see, today's industry is going towards driverless.
And again, it's not necessarily bad that they're placing people in seats. It's where they're placing for the schooling, what schooling and training are they getting, and what companies that they're placing them in. Is it beneficial? And
you don't have to listen to me. We'll be right back. Listen to a brother.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell with the driver's side. Real drivers, real talk. I'm with Dennis Hicks, who has 18 years experience as a truck driver. Dennis, I wanted to ask you, if you could tell the general public one thing, what would it be?
It would be to please give us space. We're 70 feet long, 80,000 pounds. If you're to come to a fast stop in front of us, you're going to stop in 100 and some odd feet. We're going to stop in about 385 yards. That means if you're directly in front of us and you hit your brakes too hard, we're going to go through 10 of you before we can come to a stop. Please allow us to do our job in our workspace and help us be safer for you guys on the road.
Please, guys, give them space in their workplace. That's all they ask. Remember, guys, this is the heartbeat of America, and they should be treated that way. Shiny side up.
Careful, I might scam you out of a PSA.
Right. And I just want to say on that, thanks, Dennis, because you know what? You really did a good job on that. I love that PSA. He did a great job.
He rocked that.
Yeah.
So, don't listen to me. Listen to Dennis. Seriously, you don't have to listen to me. At least listen to Dennis and to them. Wayne, I think Don was talking about trucking Wayne. Oh, hopefully. But here's the deal. In the end, my name's Wayne too, and I was mistaken for that guy. Don't listen to Wayne.
There's too many Waynes. But thank you, Karen, for pointing that out. And you're correct. It could be somebody else. So,
well, Fox News, fake news, right? Well, here's the deal.
Media spins it for whatever way that they want it to go for their benefit, obviously.
Wayne, you always showed me respect, Dave. I appreciate you. Seriously, the one thing I'm going to say is in the end, we're here to support drivers, and that's it. Justin Daniels, I appreciate you. People like Gary Jones, Jim, all of you, Will Cook. I support Will Cook because he puts out information that's actually true and what's coming for the industry.
Right.
The thing is, if drivers aren't looking out for drivers and they're listening to these people sitting in seats and just doing a simple and there's a motive behind it. And it's money. The trucking industry there's a ton of money to be made in this industry. And the one thing I've had to do is like Dave says, right here, he says, you've always showed me respect. Right. I have, because I respect the drivers of this industry, but I won't let people take advantage of you guys. The faces of that company, they're paying those people to put people in those seats. Okay. That's just the way it is. And that's reality. And for me, that's against everything that I stand for. Me as a person and why I created this platform. It's against everything, every value that we put out there, because we put out good information. We try to be supportive for the driver. Okay. People that are out here and then sending you down a road that's going to put you eyeball deep in debt, that's not okay. And then also the lack of training that goes on within those companies and where they send you. It makes it harder for this industry, for drivers to be successful in this industry, on top of safe in this industry, on top of a safe environment for you guys to work for. It also creates avenues for them to push this driverless crap. On top of it makes it all the way down to the final mile.
On Lytx to help detect. Companies like yours rely on Lytx to help detect and prevent risky driving. It all starts with our DriveCam event recorder. Industrial-grade hardware integrates sophisticated technologies in a single device with the most current risk detection features. Lytx technology has been helping companies like yours exonerate drivers for over 20 years. Join the thousands of companies who count on Lytx to help connect and protect their fleets.
So in the end, they're devaluing you and making you look like the problem. Okay, they're making you the problem. They're making the driver the problem. That's why you have camera-facing equipment that you have to log into now with a card. Correct, that then lets you start your car. They took the drunk driving thing that you did from the drunk drivers where you have to blow into it, and they attached a card to it, to the camera, to where you cannot start that truck or that vehicle without logging into that camera. And eventually they're going to take the operators out from behind that camera that watch you, and it records your behavior and your movements, just like companies use software to record what you like, whatever it is that you're liking and sharing. Like Facebook gives you an emoji choice, whether you're happy or sad. 17 people, some are happy, some are hearted, and some like. But we have 34 watchers, so out of those, I mean, what's going on here? But see, here, real quick, you guys may not be able to see this on your side. On our side, we got likes and who's watching. What I'm saying is they give you an option right there.
Right.
Okay. And a lot of our audience can care less about that option. They just want to watch.
Or not.
Which I understand, or not.
Right.
Point being is I know what's going on. They're playing us.
Right.
And I'm tired of that. Sheila, what do you got?
What do I got? And there you go. That's all I have to say. We'll get into some of the comments because a lot of people have taken the time to write some.
Let's go to Mel Southern Gent. Well, recruiting is good, and just because the recruiting system, recruiting a lot of bodies, it falls on the actual schools to step up and do proper training. Right. Do always refer to drivers as long as there's drivers needed. As long as there's drivers needed, the bad side of the issue is the schools that are the one not doing the proper training. Right. They're just getting them in through button check and not trained on them properly. That's why you have an automatic. That's why you have all that stuff. But I tell you right now, this person right here, Idella, who is a major influence in my life because of the way she does things and how she values her heritage and what she's gone through in her trucking career, and now is training her grandson in the seat right now. Is where I go. This is what I live for. It's what I love. That school that you're talking about, right? That let these people.
This is Trucker Wayne with.
Right.
He's just like, don't stop it. Just stop it.
You know what? Okay, that clip right there is starting to remind me of the renegade thing.
Pisses me off.
I get
because I could use somebody else because they're paying these people. I took the money too. I took the money. I sold out for a second to Trucker Tools.
Right.
Because that owner operator that's part of that face over there takes money from Trucker Tools too. And they don't even spend the $40 a month for StreamYard. Well, I'm gonna get straight. You know what?
Well,
stop playing these people.
Okay, first of all, I didn't think it was selling out as far as that company because they were a trucking app and they did have some cool features that are on there. Their load board,
their best look.
But we did find out that the load board.
Their load board's crap. The best feature they have is their fuel optimizer for owner operators. That's where they actually make money. You might want to pitch that instead of Walmart.
And the truck wash.
Seriously, and the truck. You might want to pitch that. Yeah. Well, somebody stole that. We stopped that. Right. No, the truck washes is mine. Go to the fuel optimizer that saves drivers money. You don't even use the load board. You're contracted freight. Stop it. That's my whole point in a whole. Right? I actually went out and interviewed drivers, asked them if they use the app. Trucker Tools comes in third to DAT and Internet Truck Stop. Right. Trucker Tools is used mostly, you want to know, is to track people through brokers. They like the tracking system. That's it, or the fuel optimizer. Their load board is crap because they support cheap freight. Period. They don't have enough of it.
Yeah, they didn't have enough on it.
And they don't have enough. That's just the way it goes. But the thing is people come out here and that's how it is. We went out there. I flew across the country. I went to Barstow, drove how many miles to meet Gary Jones because he used Trucker Tools at the moment to track.
Right.
And that's that. And that's the reality. That's the facts. Dead last, third, your app is no good. Sorry, that's just reality.
Well, the loads on there aren't that great, and they could have updated since then.
Please.
I'm just saying, but we do know. So I don't feel like that was selling out. We just didn't know exactly what was going on with it, but we did find out with the loads. So,
and since that, let's take a break with who? A driver.
All of this, getting loads, things like that. It's very convenient.
So getting loads.
Because we used to have to go watch a TV screen in our truck.
Correct. So getting loads today, you use apps. And so you're a load board company.
Yes.
And you use which ones?
I use DAT and I use TruckStop.
Okay. So those are the two top apps.
Those are the two top apps that I use the most.
That's good to know. All right. So basically, we went from having a guy for that to having an app for that.
Correct.
So behind the scenes, we're over here, and I'm like, you just want to.
She's like, you son of a bitch.
You just want to go off and go on these. And so for all of you, here's my thought on that. So for all of you who are saying, ooh, maybe you should do 2 shows. So maybe we should have the calm version of this show in the morning of the topics in the morning, and then at night for those who want the night one, he could do a recap of the day and let him go, because I'm over here. I'm going to strangle him. I just want you to know I'm going to strangle him. Yeah. Okay.
Like Christy says, everyone like and share if you're watching from a cell phone. Please like the show, the driver's side page.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure all my friends are like, this son of a bitch just goes rogue when he just does what he wants.
Yeah.
I will not sell out. I'm sorry. I gotta tell the truth, right? I was forced to walk a line. You want the truth? Let's talk about it, Sheila.
Let's talk about it.
Oh shit.
Let's get on into it.
Go ahead.
Go on. What part do you want to talk about? What truth are you going to be talking about?
The truth about your husband, how he just goes rogues.
Yeah.
How hard is it to contain me?
It is, but you need to. What's your little up there? Stay calm. Stay calm and trust God.
Wait.
There. That's what I have to say about that. Keep calm. I was really close to that. Yeah.
Oh.
Kindness
and laugh. You know who got me that cup? You want to know who got me that cup?
Oh.
When I got to Brandon's in Ohio.
That's true.
Right. The people that screwed me over.
Okay.
Gave me the cup.
Okay. Anyways, yes, he does want to go off, and I'm not going to let him do that.
You always find a job in the trucking industry.
You just stop it. Anyways, I do agree. So our point of that is, we're going to get into the trucking news, you guys, and you can, if you want to go live tonight, you can go off and do your thing as far as that tonight. We do want to get through this, and we're already almost 7 to 8. I haven't even gotten to the weather. I haven't gotten to my trucking news, which I try to find positive stuff in there. My point of that is that you just hush up over there, mister. You've had a way long enough for you to go flapping your gums over there. So
go ahead, take it.
We do want to point out of the fact that we all agree that the safety and training needs to change. Okay. In the schools, there are some good trucking schools that are out there who do, promote the safety and training that are great schools. Okay. And those are the ones that we
Is it Road King?
And those are the ones,
who's that? Road what?
Oh, well, I don't know if Roadmaster is.
Roadmaster.
One of the older ones.
How is okay, in the comments, is Roadmaster a good school?
Right. We know that there's a lot of community colleges that are out there.
I'm a community college guy.
We're going to do some research, and we're going to try to find schools that have good reputations that do promote safety as their main feature and aren't just shoving these new drivers through. Okay. As the megas, we know that. Okay. We all know that. We all want you guys to be with a good company. A good company.
You guys that I want you deserve. They deserve it. They're the heartbeat of America. Yeah. And here's the deal.
Flappy gums.
But here's the deal. You're right, Sheila. On top of that, okay, they shouldn't be. Okay, if this stuff is coming to the industry, these drivers should be taken care of, and also things should be a lot more transparent than they are. They're putting it out in little sections. They're doing uprise over here. Ooh, how bad is it over here? Ooh, let's make a committee board of drivers from the FMCSA right before all this comes out. Are you serious?
Right.
It's not okay. The manipulation, the sell of it, and the way they're doing it, I'm not okay. Maybe it's just me that's seeing it that way. Maybe people are okay with it.
No, we agree. I agree with you on that. But I do want to say that we want to find that the smaller companies, and we've had over the time, we've had some of you drivers who have told us of the companies that you work for, that you love working for, who treat you well. And those are the ones that we want to highlight and focus on. Maybe they were started off small and they're not even that big now. Maybe they have like 100 or less as far as trucks that are going out there, which is great, but they're looking to hire more. As long as they stay a great company and they've stayed a great company and treat you drivers well, that's who we want to promote. That's who we want to actually put out there and highlight, so that if you drivers leave a company, we have somewhere and we know of where to send you possibly. Okay, so that's what we want to say that. Anyways, guys, I do want to get into the trucking news.
Dave, I'm not seeing your message, brother. I'm not sure where you sent it. Are you getting to the trucking news?
I am.
Mom's nurse is here too.
Yeah. So yeah, we're almost at the top of the hour. So
let's
let me get into some
break and then go to your trucking news.
Just go right to my little trucking news up there and let's get into it.
I can't take another break.
No.
I can't play another video.
No.
I have another. What about Vera?
No, I'm gonna
all right. Out of your news.
All right, you guys, like I said, in for the trucking news, I am trying to find every single day to try to find some positive news in there amongst all the BS that's normally in there. And this is one that I found. So, hold on, let me get my picture up there. All right, so this is trucking safely is what I call it. Recently, driver Warren Greeno, a Walmart private fleet driver, was recognized and awarded for achieving a milestone of 5 million miles of safe driving. He's worked for Walmart for over 38 years and he is the first in Walmart's history to achieve this impressive 5 million mile mark. Not driving 5 million miles is not only an achievement, but not being in an accident for 5 million miles is quite impressive. So congratulations to Warren, and get it, driver.
Let's not forget Ronald Hebert, 7 million.
Yeah, he's
sorry, not to take it, not
isn't
not to take away from this driver, but
he's close to 8, and he's got awards too. He's been recognized, and that's what we want to do is promote you drivers. I'm trying to find these guys, and I saw this, and I was like, awesome! That is so awesome, and it's great to hear. So congratulations, Warren, and keep on trucking safely.
Well, speaking of that, Ronald Hebert and stuff, and kick ass, Warren. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for trucking these roads as safe as you have, and to all the milestones you've hit in your career, on top of all the split seconds decisions you've made to save a life. Appreciate you, brother. To Ronald Hebert, he sent me my hat. It's over here right now. Ronald, he sent me a hat the other day in the mail. Vocine Brothers, I believe that is Ronald. Thank you for the hat. 7 million miles, creeping up on 8 million, which I will have him on this show. He's in Canada, so
but he goes into Maine.
Right, he goes into Maine all the time, but the connection is bad. He's a dual citizen. He moved there from here. So in the end, 7 million miles. He's been doing this a long time. I want to interview him. Yeah. Because like I said, the things that are coming to the industry, who's going to be able to get 7 million miles in a career with what's coming? Well, there's not enough time.
Do you know what they said? They said that 5 million miles is equivalent to going around the earth 200 times.
Get it?
200 times around the entire earth. 200 times. Holy crap!
Get it?
That's a lot of miles.
Get it?
And you know what? You said you wanted to interview Ron, and then made me think of is that when we were talking to him not too long ago, he was talking to his son, and all of a sudden he just busted out in full fluent French.
Yeah, right.
It kind of took me by surprise. I was like, "Oh wow, okay, oui is all I." That's all I know.
All right, Mel Southern Gent. Oh yeah, I'm just jumping into comments. Yeah. I'm sorry. They're trucking news. Go ahead. What else you guys?
All right, you guys. So even though we are talking about Loves, put up my Loves. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, Loves is planning on opening 50 new truck stops across the country this year. Okay, so it may not seem like all these new locations going up, yay, would be good news, but it is, because the 50 new locations that are coming up are going to be creating 3,000 new parking spaces. Okay, so as far as I know, Loves offers free parking, correct? They're one of the only ones that still offer free parking. That means there's going to be 3,000 new free parking spaces available sometime at this year as they start going up. So that's absolutely good news for you guys. You know, it may not seem a lot, that maybe only one, that if one gets 60 new, but that's 60 new spots, guys. So it is something, and that is great and positive news. Obviously for them, it's great for them pocket wise, but for you drivers, that's positive news. Anytime there's more available parking for you guys that you're not having to search all the time and stress, is great.
Great. Now drop the prices. Free showers.
I agree.
No points awards. Everything free.
You know what? I'm happy.
No four-wheelers.
Listen, I'm happy right now of the fact that it's even, you know what, Mr. Negative Nelly, have to find something negative out of it. Stop trying to burst my bubble over there. Yeah. Okay. The fact that they still offer free parking as to where others are 75%, where it's all reserved, you have to pay for it.
It's out of control. It's out of control. But, you know, it's sad, though, because I saw Will Cook do a video the other day. There's a reason why they're charging for that parking. They got to clean up after some of these pigs. Some of these pigs are ridiculous.
Well,
so I
right. All that money that they're charging, they can afford to pay somebody.
Wait, where were we? The one pilot we stayed Orange, Texas. Orange, Texas, great pilot. Great pilot. They work their asses off. Or Flying J, they work their asses off to keep it clean.
Yeah. But I'm saying that regardless, so they don't need to have all those reserved parking spots in there. You can still afford, they make good money. Okay, obviously these places, because they keep popping up all over the darn place. So for them to charge money, I think is ridiculous, and it should just absolutely be illegal. And that's just
Mel Southern Gent says that's for sure. That's neat. What's needed more safe parking for all drivers. John Free says, "Thank you, Loves."
Right.
Get it?
Exactly.
Wish Loves would put real restaurants instead of franchise. Oh boy, what did you see about the gourmet the other day? The gourmet food and truck stops.
Yeah, I don't know what's all over the news right now. I mean, and all the media outlets I've looked on, they're like really excited about the trucker burger that's coming in, the gourmet burger bistro. So now you're going to be overcharged for it. And I looked on that. I'm sure they got steaks perhaps in there, but from what I saw, what they were saying on the menu was burgers, hand-cut fries, what was it, nachos. So okay, I guess they're just better, more gourmet burgers and nachos. I don't know, why don't they put in more variety, something a little better?
Well, Jerry says I disagree with the being positive. Loves is just opening more truck stops. The food is awful, not healthy. Right. They don't like you to stay there if they want. They want you to just go and leave. Oh boy! But
just
see,
don't go in. At least you get some parking.
Hold on, Sheila. But that's the part that bothers me.
Right.
Is because the fact is, in actuality, these men and women, they deliver the convenience, but they don't get the convenience. Okay, in the end. All right, we have the convenience to go to the store and buy all the healthy crap, supposedly healthy crap we want.
Right.
They don't. And they actually delivered it. That's the part. It's just so hypocritical. It's just so wrong. So wrong. Not hypocritical. It's a wrong word, but that's just so wrong, because I understand where Jerry's coming from. It's
I do
not
too.
fair.
I'm looking at it just for the parking aspect, but I agree with you. I've been to several now, dozens of truck stops now, and have stayed there. And we go through the same thing too. It's like, oh, okay, are we doing burger or just more kind of garbage that they don't offer a lot there? And some of the restaurants that we've actually been into at the truck stops, even if there is a restaurant, they're not that great. They're just kind of.
It's sad because even the Triple T is remodeling.
Right.
And the Triple T is iconic.
And the Tiger Truck Stop is tearing down to put in something different. Right. So, I mean, I have been to some places before that were good. And I agree. I agree on that aspect, that there needs to be more variety, more choices, and more things for you to do. And they need to accommodate with more amenities for you drivers in there. I'm just happy at the same time, too, that there is more parking, that there's going to be more parking for you guys. I just hate to see you guys in the situations that you're in, trying to fight and find, or having to pay for it, or off in the shoulder, or whatever. So that was my positive part of it.
And Mel Southern Gent, real quick, I want to get to your comment. He says, I've been a trainer. I've been training my girlfriend. I've been a trainer. My girlfriend has been a trainer. We both work for large carriers. My girlfriend is a member of a Women in Trucking, and has done radio spots for her carrier, and have been on recruiting cards company sends out. We both know how our companies treat all drivers. And how they value drivers training. Okay, well, and that's the thing. There are some good people at some of these companies. Okay, look. But the thing is, I've had to fire my driver manager many times at a big carrier. Okay, because technically some of them just don't care. They don't. And it's unfortunately it's there's not a balance there. It's just not, it's the good and the bad. And we totally get that in the end. But it's just like the food situation you guys are having.
Right.
You know, the convenience that you guys deliver, you guys don't get the same. And the conditioning on accepting certain things the way they are, it's just not okay. And so I feel, maybe you don't, but I feel that we're starting to accept things at a lower quality, a lower standard. And that's, and it's not creating a safer environment. It's just not, because they're creating the things that are coming. I mean, Volvo is even in it. And we're going to take a clip and get to some.
He's going to make sure he takes my positive while he's going to show whatever Volvo.
I didn't know we were in the positive part. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead, because I am going to get to the weather. So drop your weather in your location.
So, but before I do this, thank you so much for all your positive. Seriously, no, in the end, oh God, I'm screwed.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't even want to play it. I don't even care about them at this moment.
Go ahead, negative Nelly.
That's not negative. It's just what the future holds.
I agree.
All right. I mean, Kelly Shane might want to buy one. He likes Volvos.
He's so stupid.
All right, we'll be right back with your weather.
This is Vera, an autonomous vehicle. Vera is part of a larger system and has the potential to optimize transports in highly repetitive, short-distance transport flows with large volumes of goods, such as ports, factory areas, and logistic megacenters, offering better delivery precision and flexibility. The autonomous electric vehicles operate together in a network and are connected through a cloud-based service and management center. We want to make it easier for clients and partners to run their business. We are now presenting a highly effective system for moving goods 24/7 as a complement to what's available today. The pace of society and increasing global trade is placing high demands on efficient and sustainable transport solutions. E-commerce is growing fast, and we have a widespread shortage of truck drivers. Autonomous, electric, and safer vehicles have a great role to play.
Our autonomous solutions open up for new possibilities. It's exciting to know that the full potential of the transport industry is yet to be seen.
I mean, they're working hard. Okay, they are. They're working hard, even Volvo. Okay, and Vera, and I've seen many videos with this Vera. And at one point in a pitch, they said it's like we even gave her a soul. Yeah, they're trying to put the human element on some of it, and it's the wording like you were talking about yesterday, the way they pitch it and stuff like that.
Sure.
But the things that are coming is scary, like your weather. That's here now. Okay.
Okay, that was an okay transition. That's so funny. Go ahead and put it up. So in the weather, scattered to widespread rain is expected to move through parts of the south, southeast, and Tennessee Valley, mid-Atlantic today and into tomorrow morning, while other regions in these areas could see freezing rain or snow. The areas are Missouri, central to southern Illinois, central to southern Indiana, southern Ohio, West Virginia, northern North Carolina, Tennessee, and central to northern Arkansas, while only rain is expected in central to southern Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and most of North Carolina. In other areas in the east, rain expected in Massachusetts, and then snow in central New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, as well as snow expected all around the Great Lakes areas. For the west, moderate to heavy rain across central and southern California, while heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada will produce up to 10 feet through Thursday night. Expect road closures and delays in these regions. Blizzard warnings are in effect. Other areas to expect rain, freezing rain, or snow is in Washington, Idaho, western Montana, western Wyoming, central to northern Utah, Nevada, central to northern California, and Oregon. We've got high wind warnings in Nevada from Gerlach, Lovelock, Fallon, and Winnemucca. High wind warnings in California from Santa Rosa, the Napa areas, over to Merced and Fresno, and south down to the Burbank and Los Angeles areas. And that is your weather forecast here in Elizabethton, Tennessee. It is about 33 degrees here right now and cloudy. We're expected to get rain and or snow for the next couple of days, all this week. That's what we're getting.
You're so good at that.
Now, I stumble out of a lot of things and trying to incorporate everything. I am not a weather forecaster, so kudos to them. You know, I thought it was kind of easy for them because they've got the green screen and just flashing. But it's really not. It's really not trying to understand the systems and stuff.
Don't worry about stumbling. I'll catch you if you fall.
Oh, and for you, Phil, and now back to you, Wayne Amigo.
Get it. All right, now let's go over to your comments and get your guys' weather.
Yeah. Start putting in your final thoughts and comments, guys.
Ew, it's already over?
Yes.
No, it's not. We're not done yet. Justin Pomerantz says 40 in Salem, Oregon. Good morning, Amy Pitts. It's good to see you. There's Mr. Charles Bunny. Good morning, Wayne Campbell and Sheila Campbell from Nashville, Tennessee. 48 degrees here.
Yeah.
Good. Rooster says it's been going down for years. I know it has, Rooster. We've been getting it for years.
Oh, my.
Will Cook says snowing and 32 degrees in St. Louis. Yeah. And Judy, it's good to see you. Guys. I saw Judy in here this morning. I see you, Judy. Judy said something about bring the tables back, bring the trucker tables back, like the restaurants. They need to bring that back. Also, we're going to do a truckers roundtable on the driver's side. I know Will Cook's going to be part of it. It cracks me up. Some of these people that think they know what's going, and they just don't. Mm-hmm. It's seriously because they're not educating themselves. And Mel Southern Gent, I saw your comment, and I will address that.
My.
All right, so -7. Oh God, where's that, Sheila?
Limoncello's.
Oh God, Colorado.
Oh,
Lyman.
Lyman.
All right.
Lyman.
Dave says 32 in Decatur, Illinois.
Isn't that like a?
28 in Decatur, Illinois.
Isn't limoncello's a?
I don't know.
Is an Italian treat.
Deerfield, Florida, 80
beverage.
Seriously, Jerry?
Yeah.
We're not even going to read your comment, dude. 86 in Florida. Seriously?
Was that 86? Oh.
Yeah, in Deerfield, Florida, it says 86.
Yeah.
Alicia, also known as
rain,
Alika, Longview, Texas, 53. Right. Kelly Shane Richardson in his Volvo in Marion, Illinois, 36. Dennis Hicks, 37 and cloudy in the John Wayne Chrome Shop. Get it.
Nice. So cool.
Amy Pitts, woohoo, 32 feels like 29, possibly, of snow throughout the day. Icy roads, I-80 Nevada exit. 194.
Right.
Good morning, Jeremiah. You're probably at school already, but good morning to all you guys. All right, here's the comment.
And be careful up there real quick, Amy, because I know that you're up in that area close to Winnemucca up there. I believe so. You are going to get some high wind warnings up there. Okay, so be careful.
All right, Pretty Lee Riley says 43 in Burleson, Texas. Mm-hmm. Used to live in Cleburne, Texas, and
that's right,
Fort Worth. It's butted up against Burleson. That's where Kelly Clarkson's from.
Oh,
Burleson, Texas.
Okay.
Emily used to live in Burleson.
Yeah.
All right, my daughter. All right, Mel Southern, chilly and cool in KY. Clear skies so far. Good. Cindy says sunny 6 in Turpin, Oklahoma. Where's the sky? Or where in Kentucky? Oh, where's the sky? Amy Pitt says winds are already picking up here. Oh boy, oh God. Judy, let me take the chance to thank all drivers for your dedication and loyalty to the industry and America.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you. Mark Cooler says 1 degrees in Gallup, New Mexico. Gallup, New Mexico. I got a great story of Gallup, New Mexico. My dad chased me and whooped my ass in Gallup, New Mexico.
I'm sure it's not the only place your ass has been whooped.
Thank you, Sheila. 17.
Next place is going to be Elizabethton, Tennessee.
38 cold in South Dirty Jersey. Oh my God. Okay, these comments are too. Sunny says 34 in Michigan.
Oh.
Justin Williams says 30 and snowing in DeSoto, Missouri, which is 40 miles south of St. Louis. Christy says, how with rain in North Florida? Hot and rain with North Florida. Oh boy. She's trying to get to Florida. This dude's, yeah, it's cold here. You know, it's like $12 a night down there in Florida.
Yeah, some of the state parks, some of the state RV parks.
Scott Granger, thank you for calling me this morning. Don't worry about them scammers, bro. They ain't nobody scamming nobody. 38 in Kentucky. Cadence says 32 in Wyandotte. What is that? Wyandotte? Wyandotte, Michigan. Can't say that. No. 48, Judy says, in climbing in North Mississippi. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's go up to Mel Southern Gent's comment because I like this comment. He says, this industry is the same as any industry. You either keep up with the technology or you will fall behind. Autonomy is good in some ways. Yes. I hate that it takes away the human element out of this industry. I agree. And somebody said it really good in a show called Autonomy. Actually, it's a great point because it's the wave. It's the wave of autonomy is here. And if you're not going to ride the wave, you'll get washed away with the wave. And that's reality. The thing is if we educate ourselves and small fleets and company owners are educated within their area and stuff. What?
Go ahead. Sorry, it wasn't for you. I didn't mean to distract you.
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Now I'm totally lost. Thanks. Appreciate that.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, I have nothing. No.
You have nothing.
No, I have nothing.
You have nothing, Chatty Cathy.
Right, no, washed away with the wave. You totally interrupted me. I totally lost where I was. Seriously.
I'm sorry.
No, she's not. She Carolyn. Why is this dog up here? Small carriers and stuff like that. If you're not getting with the program, you're going to get You're going to fall behind the program. Seriously. If you're not educating yourselves and you're not getting in areas where you should, and you're just sitting and complaining and worrying about it, you're going to get left behind. These people that are talking about legislation, this legislation, that, it's the wild, wild west of autonomy. It's over. It's done. The safety is so low that they have to fix the problem. On top of the quality driver shortage, they're going to fix that shortage. Is there a driver shortage? Or is there a quality driver shortage? If there's a quality driver shortage, that means safety is completely out of the element. Where are the right? Hello? They're listening. That's for sure. All right. Just like we're listening to you guys. Mike Holden. Hi. Wayne's brain is an etch-a-sketch.
No, he got okay.
No. You know what? This one right here, dude, she knows better than that. She knows better.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to get his
but
attention.
She did.
Okay. I wasn't trying to get his attention. I was trying to get her attention so you could see her little pretty face. I was trying to get her attention.
Yeah. Here. Look at it. Little bastards. This is what I got to deal with all day.
You got to ask. Let's see, Gemma. How's Gemma? Gemma's doing
Gemma's
great.
Just fine. She's got to poop probably.
Oh, wow.
Justin Williams says, I know exactly what's going on. And outside, I just looked at my front 2 windows. Look around. You put change in your truck, Justin.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and
it's easier to stay out of the ditch than get in a ditch, Justin.
And you were speaking of the Wild Wild West, and we do, speaking of wild and kind of surprises, because it is Wild Card Wednesday. We changed some of it. So we do have a surprise. Guys, we are going to be doing some kind of a raffle or a drawing for Valentine's Day. Okay?
We are?
We're going to have more details about it beginning next week. We're getting things together, but we're going to be giving some things away for Valentine's Day. So we'll tell you how you need to enter and everything else. We'll have everything set up and ready by next week. So we will talk about that next Wednesday.
What are you laughing at, Justin?
I don't know.
Laughing at me.
Why?
Not with me, at me.
Oh.
That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of you people laughing at me.
Oh.
Well, some people are really mad at me, though.
Dennis Hicks says, Sheila, he will be just fine.
Oh. Cool. Amy Pitt says, Justin Daniel says, I was in the ditch. Not you, Justin. This Justin.
Oh my God!
Right. Are we done? Are we wrapping it up? What else we got? Pitt. Pretty Lee Riley says, "Love the Pit." Oh, little baby.
Yeah.
All right, Sheila. He will be just fine. No one's talking to you, Dennis.
And Justin's out there. He's talking to me.
Do I got any more good videos for these people?
No.
Yeah, I do. Come on.
This is Trucker Wayne with.
I do. I see. Stop it. I'm going to slap him. I'm seriously. I'm going to have to burn that one.
And this is all for educational purposes only, not for monetary gain. Credit to Volvo, CDL, whoever, Driver Solutions, Trucker Wayne,
YouTube.
Right.
Right.
Your minute in whatever.
Correct.
That part.
Correct.
We're done.
Right.
But nothing else. I'm just
Tomorrow
trying to stick around.
Tomorrow is Throwback Thursday, as you know. So tomorrow will be part 2 of Mack trucks. So we're going to be doing from the 1950s up to current on that. I'm excited about that. I love Throwback Thursday, so it should be interesting.
Well, Mel Southern Jen said, brothers, haters are going to hate. That's when you know you're doing it right. Keep it up, brother. I will.
We appreciate you.
And Mel, I'm glad you're back around. I know you've been in the backwards. I get it. I get it, brother. But in the end, we're all God's children. And also, you drivers are the heartbeat of America.
Yeah.
Remember that, because that's how you should be treated, like the heartbeat of America. Always keep the shiny side up, rubber side down, and to make money in today's trucking. What do you got to do, Sheila?
You got to keep that left door closed.
And here's our feel-good pity of the day. I can't play anything else.
No.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Everybody.
See you tomorrow.
God bless you guys. Remember, keep calm and trust God.
And stay safe.
I do run too. No, we'll even let you walk without a leash.
Let's do it.
No. I know. You know, I don't even have to pee. I have a special talent. I can hold it forever and ever. And ever and ever.